that if my table has 4 to 5 columns, if I want to add one more column, can I do that? So you should say no. Once the table is created and if the table has the data, you cannot update the table.
Who is creating the tables? It's already
database designers. It's already.
So we don't have to create the table. We just have to just like this.
Yeah.
Enter the
values. So now you understand, right? What could be the column sizes? Now let's save this thing, month, and say salary.
Okay. So if they ask you that question, you just say no. You have to create a new table.
Yes.
Okay.
And copy the data from existing table to the new one.
And then what would happen to that table? Will it disappear? Will it still be there?
It will be still there until you delete it.
So it's better that you delete it after you copy the page?
Yes.
So you don't get confused?
Yeah.
Okay.
So now let's see, how do I open this one? Edit first 200, right? So let's say for one, what was my salary? 1000, department ID in month Jan. Then I create another paycheck for 1000 and IT and let's say Feb, and I create, oops, we did a mistake here. We should create a table. Let's delete this table here, right? Okay. And
should be in the tables.
No. Why didn't it deleted it? Okay. So let's create a new table. Do you realize what we did a mistake now? How do I know that this salary is mine? There should be a column here
by ID.
Employee ID. So let's say this paycheck is for me. This paycheck is also for me. Another paycheck of 2000. IT of Jan. It's of employee ID 2. And employee 2 is, let's say, Nona. Last name Alexandria. DA. So now by looking at this table, you know that for this 2000 I paid to which employee? The second employee. And who is the second employee? Nona. Right? So we created a relationship in between these two tables. These two tables are now related using this column. Now, makes sense right now? Okay. So now let's create a table in that fashion. Employee, paycheck, ID, and paycheck ID should be number.
1 or 2.
It's a 4. Employee
so
ID.
You're saying you can add another column, but the only thing you can't change is the numbers.
No, I cannot add. I deleted the table. You see here?
Okay. So in order for you to add it or add anything, you have to delete the whole thing and start all over again.
Yes. Let's say employee ID is also 4. And salary and the number 8 and department
4
and character 4
and
month
6 only.
Let's say 6. Right, now let's save this thing. Salary. Now we see two tables. Let's close them and open this one. Select edit top 200. Let's create one paycheck, employee ID 1. So do you see I entered this, we defined this as a number, but we are trying to add a character.
So it won't do that?
So it says that a value in the cell cannot recognize the valid. It's not valid value. It should be a decimal. It should be in the correct format. Means it will tell you that you are not entering correct value.
Okay.
Employee ID should be 1. Salary should be also 1000. Department ID, month January, and let's say 2. Employee ID is 2, and it's 2000. For HR department maybe, and this is for January, right? Now when they create the new paycheck on the next month for another same employee, $1000 for IT, and it's switch for Feb. It's 4, not 3, 4. For second employee, 2000 February, HR, and February. You see now how the tables look like, and let's open this one also. Edit 200. You can see the both windows vertically or horizontally. You see now we have 1 and 2 employees, and for them we created 4 paychecks for each month. So that's an organized way of storing data, storing an information.
Are we gonna do it ourselves, or are we gonna? Are we gonna practice it?
No, there are a lot of queries that we need to go through. So just try to focus on this one. I'm recording all these things. Later you can review all these things. In case I'm not able to update this video, remember all the things.
But we don't have this in the computer.
Yes, you do have it. Yeah.
It's in the Connects VM.
Connects in the same time in your Windows XP you can go to Program Files, SQL Server Management Studio.
Okay.
It will come there. So do you see now the values? These are all the operations manually. If you want to do all these things by program, how do you do it? Now if you, let's say, so for writing all the programs you have to go to this, click on this one, new query. Query is nothing but set of instructions you tell the database to do. Right, so let's say I create new query.
So this one you showed was done manually.
This is, yeah, all manually.
And now you're going to show
by query.
query. Okay, so you just showed us the manually just so we know?
Just so you know.
Okay.
Correct. But sometimes you have to do it program. Sometimes if it's small thing, you just go ahead and do it manually.
Okay.
Right?
Like if you have like 5 employees or something.
This SQL query.
You said query was just the form, a term, what?
A set of instructions.
Okay.
Let's say first we'll understand what is the select command. Now you know that there are tables. There is a salary table, and it has the data. Now let's view it from the program. So the select query works in this fashion. Select from table name. So this is mandatory keyword in that. Here you can put column names and from table, and here you can specify if you have any conditions. I'll explain you what the conditions is. Okay.
So when you're saying when we're in SQL and we're trying to you're explaining the select part now?
Yes, the select part now.
Okay.
Okay. Now select. When you if the word is, if all the keywords that SQL server will recognize, then it will turn it into blue. And if all the commands into blue, and if it doesn't, then it will be in the black.
So if you type in
If
anything else,
you are typing something incorrect, it will be a red
so
mark
out
or
of
something.
the 4 you type something else, it'll be red,
It will be black.
black. And so if it's blue, then it's right.
Yes.
'Cause it
Blue are
recognizes-
all the commands that you do on the database. Select, and here instead of giving column names all, we are using star here. Star means everything. Give me everything from the database. Select.
Okay, so on the
star.
other one you
Otherwise, I should say give me employee ID, employee detail. We'll do that also.
instead of doing
Yeah.
that, you're saying you just press select
select star from employee. Do you see employee table here?
Yes.
Even though I type just an employee em, it find out that I had this table. If I type salary, it will try to find out whether it has a salary.
Okay, instead of you going manually and looking for everything, this is briefly done.
And the good part you have to remember is if you are working in the ktraining database and you are writing a query, then it should select this
this database from here.
On the top.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you have here this one, it won't work.
What will they say then?
I'm sorry. It will throw an error. It didn't find. Let's say salary. Yeah, it did. If I do that, it says invalid object name. So you have to make sure that which database you are working, and that is what selected here.
Okay.
ktrainings DB.
So if you get the wrong database, the thing will still be blue.
Yeah, this thing will be still in blue, but it will not give you results.
Is that why? Okay.
So now, if you want to execute this set of instruction, how do you do it? By executing this button, by clicking on this button.
After you type the
correct table name. Let's say when I do that, did you see it gave me the tables?
And then if you wanted to do both of them, let's say you want the salary and the employee.
Yeah, so you can do that. Let's say now select star from employee.
Okay.
And now let's do execute. It gave me both.
Just like the other one you showed us.
Yes.
So this is the quicker version.
This is quicker version, yes. So now do you see the select version? Select? You understand select. There are plenty of other queries we'll go through on this thing. Just understand what the basic purpose of select statement is.
Okay, so you go under new query, then you type in select star and then from employee or salary.
Yeah.
So it's select anything from table name.
Okay. Star is for everything.
Star is for everything. Now let's understand how the employees will work. Let's say if I want to execute only this one, then I need to select this one only and execute. So it will select only one command. If you directly do all of them together, it will do all these things. Or it will execute all of them together.
Okay.
Right? Now let's write the third command. Select employee ID. Right now it will not tell you here. Give me employee ID, first name, last name, from. Instead of star, do you see now what is the difference here?
Instead of star, I want only 3 columns. Employee ID, first name and last name. I don't need the rest of.
If you wanted the rest, you would just type in star.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now let's select this thing and execute. Employee ID is not found. Then if it doesn't found, what you do is see what is missing. Employee ID, AEMP spelling is wrong. The column name that we gave, we missed O or L, right? So it will pick up that and it will show that no, it's not possible. Now it will do that.
Then you go back and delete that?
Delete what? You can't edit it now.
So
you have to create the whole table again.
Oh my god.
So that's the reason those guys pay very huge amount of money to the database designers who actually do all those things. Our job is to understand what it is and just to see what the data is. You don't have to create all those things. It's another high paying job.
But what we have to do exactly? Do we have to write all this stuff?
First, let's understand, then I'll tell you what you have to do it. Let's understand what this stuff is working.
Now, can you explain me this test data again? What the test data is? We just discussed this test data. What the test data means?
This is container information.
Test data, not the Oracle. This is container. What is test data?
That's what I was asking you earlier, that you were explaining the client server and the database thing.
Test data is what we just entered in here for the patient information.
Correct.
That's what I was. Okay. So whatever you entered in here is test data.
Let's
You
say
gotta
now.
test all this, right?
Yeah, no.
No.
What I'm trying to do is, let's say I have a payroll application.
right? Everybody gets paychecks. So payroll application, how does it work? You enter your timesheet. Your employer sees that I have two employees, Pritesh and Nirali. So Pritesh need to be paid 1,000 and Nirali needs to be paid 2,000.
Mm-hmm.
So there is a website